Alright, so a little late on this, but Peacemaker Season 2 Episode 7 is insane. This episode showed us just how terrible Earth X actually is and the potential it could have in future projects for the DCU. Now, we start off with a conversation between both vigilantes talking about the differences between their worlds, but more so the fact about how terrible Earth X actually is, since the Nazis won World War II there, and that anyone who's happy and content with their lives is living off of the expense of others. Primarily the people of color being held in camps, but Vigilante remembers that Adebayo is black and the two go out to rescue her. And speaking of Adebayo, she's still being chased by the angry mob of white people. But Augie calls Keith back since he captured Economos and learned about everything since Bro snitched when he got stabbed through his hand. And I mean, you can't even blame him, it's Econogoat at his best. But after Keith dips out, Adebayo ends up being saved by Judo Master, who somehow survived, and he electrocutes all the white people in a pool. Meanwhile, Chris and Harcourt escape from Argus after they realize they're in Earth X. Back with Keith, he gets home and learns everything from Augie, with the main thing being that his version of his brother is actually dead, and all the while Economos tries to deny it. After Adebayo is saved by Judo Master, they lay low in a house and also learn that the Nazis won World War II here and realize how screwed they both actually are if they're caught, but they're also playing Scrabble, this world's version of Scrabble. But after Chris and Harcourt escape, they ride on the peace cycle and you can see the two bonding as they're literally being chased by the cops, but as they're about to be surrounded, Keith and Augie come flying in and just eviscerate every cop around them. Then we see Rick Flag Sr. and the baddie Bordeaux visiting Lex Lackey, who helped fight Superman in the movie, and we get a small cameo of the character Sidney Happerson. He agrees to help and eventually tracks down the dimensional portal Peacemaker used to Washington State. After this, we learn Adebayo kinda sucks at Scrabble, but her and Judo Master end up leaving since it's nighttime. Chris and Harcourt go to the top trio's home, and Chris tells them he didn't mean to kill their Chris. Keith is pissed, but we see how reasonable this version of Augie actually is. He makes a deal with them to let them go back to their dimension. And we can see more of Augie and how he's not actually a Nazi and is more so a hero in this world. But then Vigilante breaks in through the window and brutally stabs Augie in the neck, killing him as he dies in Keith's arm. Fucking crazy. The cops bust in also, and everyone makes a break for the portal, but Keith jumps in to fight them but gets jumped by everyone and they're about to kill him. But in some of the best acting John Cena has done, he yells and begs for them to let him go. And as he holds his brother, he says that he's the problem and everyone ends up escaping through the portal and back to the main dimension, but Harcourt is the last one and she tries to kill Keith, but the cops stop her before she can and she's forced to retreat back. Once they get back, Rick Flag Sr. and Argus is waiting for them and ends up confronting Chris, who gives him the portal device and is arrested. All the while Keith survives and episode 8 looks even crazier, but the standout for this episode was definitely Augie and John Cena's acting.